But I mean, but that video was so much fun. I mean, everything we did, like I said, we kept those same elements. We were baggy, but it was sexy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, compliments of the left booby of T-Boz, you know, took it to the whole next level.
She's trying to say,
you know how many kids, hello, you know how many boys
nobody
and
didn't
guys
even know that.
masked paws on that part?
That was Marie's son. The only child I know.
Michael Davis.
I'm going to call him out. It was you. He's being perverted.
Oh.
He thought it was a boob child. That was my stomach.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
it was a very sexy video.
You'll see for yourself.
Well, I can bring out in Real Life Special when she didn't have no bra on with her tank top and her headlights are flashing.
Oh, Jesus.
How about that? Ha! Did I get you back? That's what I'm talking about. Go to Red Light Special, y'all. And when Chili is
No, they weren't.
all that, they're flashing. Her burners are burning. They're burning. Okay? Thank you. Next question, please.
Okay.
Don't play with me. I might be, you know, a little sick, but it'll come soon.
Yeah.
I'm slow today.
We gotta get one on Lisa. We gotta think something good. We would think something.
That what you put her out on MTV. They showed that already. You dogged her.
Getting back to the Creep video, how did you choose the different? Who chose the different colors for them? Did you just pick your favorite colors? You all seem to have like a different motif from the PJs.
No, our stylist. No?
I remember Red Light Special.
Are we on Real Life Special or are we on Creep about the pajamas? Isn't that what you want to know?
Yeah.
Well, she did cuss her out about.
Oh, my
you know what?
stomach
We're
cramped.
tired. That's what it is. Sit back up.
Well,
We did.
We shot one with
Lionel Martin.
Lionel Martin. Another one with somebody else. Can't
in
remember.
Atlanta, can't remember.
And then
Matthew Ralston.
was it Keith Ward?
No, it might have been Keith.
Might have been Keith Ward for the second Creep. Then we went to Matthew Ralston. And the pajamas came about because Matthew, he's a wonderful director, but you know, sometimes, you know, with certain groups, he tries to bring the clothes, the hair, the routine, and, you know,
yes, everything together.
we was choreographing our own thing. I was like, hold up, you know, and we had our own clothes we were buying at the time and trying to make, like, I would come up with what I do, or she would come up with what I do, and Lisa would be like, okay, I can sew it, or I can airbrush on it. So, man, he messed up, man. Lisa probably cussed Ross Matthew out and was like, we can take that shirt and make it a hat. You don't tell TLC what to do. we just being creep and be wearing some pajamas. And we was like, So we had some silk pajamas made. That's how the pajamas came about. So yeah, that's funny. It came out of the best arguments for TLC, but we had some funny days. But the pajamas were great, and they really worked. And
Yeah,
I'm glad
they were
that
so pretty.
argument happened because, gosh.
Did you guys feel pressure making that song and that video, you know, like to repeat the success of the first album?
There's always that thing they say, you know, the sophomore jinx and stuff, but we didn't get involved in that. We didn't get caught up in all that. I mean, we were nervous because we're always nervous, you know, because you don't ever want to get the big head and just assume that everybody's going to love you again. And, you know, so we were nervous and hoping that people would get it and like it. And so when Creep came out and video came out and stuff, I mean, it was a really great success. People loved it, and that is to this day one of my favorite videos.
Yeah, beautiful.
That Matthew Ralston, boy, he knows how to capture the moment, boy. He's awesome. The best. He's one of the best.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I think.
Get y'all like it was y'all's fault.
Yeah.
I'm the person trying to play it. I'm like, y'all messed up. Y'all did and I didn't. So.
I love that. That was fun. I think that was the last take. It was that.
Yeah.
The three of us.
In the middle of the night, about 4 in the morning.
It was 4 in the morning.
Tired, nervous, and jigging.
Yep.
Just having a ball.
Oh, maybe we play more
You're
video.
forgetting about
Red Light Special.
I know, but we're not covering. I also didn't do hashtag.
Oh no, so you didn't want to
Because-
like that.
You have to talk about Red Light
Red Light
Special, you know
Special,
what I'm
great
saying?
video, great song. So,
F. Gary Gray
how
was the director.
did he describe to you, or how did he get the message across to you of what you were going to see? Because I mean, it's kind of.
Oh my God! You know what? That's not
how
we
it went.
had. TLC already had the idea for Waterfalls. I came up with the idea of us being in the water images, because I got that from a movie called The Abyss, and I was like, man, this movie The Abyss is so dope. We gotta, you know, be like water images. And she came up with the storylines, and who came up with us standing on water? Was that Lisa?
I think that kind of came together. Here, she came up with the
airplane
coming through, but
yeah.
Yeah, and remember, we have nothing to do. We trying to make a routine. I was like, okay, we're going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the trailer.
We made up this in the trailer like
okay,
15 minutes.
We should do this. And then we're going to bring it back. So that's how that came about last minute. But we had it's just funny how it works. Like, you know, last minute, like, we're like, okay,
when we gave Gary Gray the ideas, I mean, he got it. He got it so well, and he brought it to life. And I mean, again, that video is like a phenomenal TLC video.
The thing about it is, I remember the first time we seen Waterfalls, we all three started crying. We were like, it's so good, we don't even have to be in it. You know, the storyline was just so.
It was so touching.
It was so great at that time because AIDS was such a big topic at that time, and videos weren't really being done like that. And I love the fact that when you go to Universal Studios in California, they go, this is where Jaws was shot in the TLC Waterfalls video. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
that's big time.
That's big time.
Yeah.
I loved it. I felt so good. It made me feel good. Love that video.
What was the inspiration for the stories, like the actual stories? Did you just come up with them? Was it a reflection of something? Did you have it in a dream? Or?
The actual, it's really what the song is saying. You know, when we went and organized Noise, I wanted to do whatever TLC's version of a rock song would be. And at that time, that was my version of what our rock would be, you know. And that's what it ended up being. It was just the perfect TLC sound. And they did such a great job.
So is that the video y'all are most proud of in your catalog?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the ones that's up there like that.
It's up there, but I'm just happy child to be here.
Okay.
Love it.
That life, was it grueling?
Oh God. Remember the water was so cold. We had to have the little what do you call those?
Take a little.
No, what do we have under our clothes?
Oh, what was those? The wetsuits?
The wetsuits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wetsuits, and we took a little boat out in the middle of this water, and they had like, I can't swim, so they had us on this little itty bitty clear thing that swayed back and forth with the water, and we had to stand on it, and they had scuba divers all around us in case we fell in, so they didn't want us to, you know, drown. Me anyways. Could you swim? Can you swim?
I can swim a little bit.
But it was just hard to stand in the water and dance and pretend, so I think we did good.
Yeah, we did good.
Because it was 6 a.m. It was 6 a.m. out there.
It was. It was so cold, and
So nobody fell in?
Nobody fell in.
I would have expected one of you would have pushed.
Lisa would have been the one to fall.
Yeah, she would have been the one because she's clumsy.
She falls or does something on every video shoot. She falls, hits her head, hits one of us, something.
Hurt us. Hey.
I thought maybe one of you would have pushed someone else in.
Oh, no.
No, not with all that hair and makeup.
Okay, so there's a limit to the joking.
No playing in wardrobe.
But we don't joke on each other. It's us against everybody else.
Yeah, our crew.
Yeah.
Don't be on the TLC crew, you gonna get it.
That's right, you'll get it.
Okay. We'll interview the crew afterwards. Teach people with this one.
Ask what you said again, because I'm tired. What'd you say?
Basically,
I can't get it either.
you had lots of hits already, but this was more than a hit. This was like a socially conscious song.
Topic at the time. Now, was that good enough? I'm just playing. Hell, go ahead and answer.
Okay. Well, you know what? Even from the first album, we've always put out songs that were, you know, talking about things that were going on. Like on our first album, we have a song called His Story, you know, and it's talking about date rape.
It was a girl in the news at the time, and Tawana Brawley.
Yeah.
What was her name?
That was her name.
That's right.
And,
Yeah, it was a big story back then.
Right.
Yeah.
And so even on Crazy Sexy Cool, you know, with Waterfalls, you know, we always like to touch on certain things. And again, at the time, you know, AIDS was a very big topic that everyone was talking about. And so in that video, we wanted to get the whole message across, because it's funny because radio did not play Waterfalls until that video came out. It's like this big old hit on the album, you don't get it yet. You know what I'm saying? It was weird, but
sometimes
once sometimes it takes visual to bring something else to life. So that's exactly what happened. So when Waterfalls came out, then the video right there.
Yeah, I want to say this too. On the first verse, we were talking about a street kid that was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And so another thing that made it so important, besides AIDS too, which was such a big topic, is that it was talking about don't go chasing the bad things in life. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of people who could relate to that song for all their different, you know, episodes that they were going through in their lives personally. And we had so much fan mail and so much response from that song. That was our biggest single to date, and also when the one that made us win all those awards.
And it made the MTV 100 greatest videos ever made.
Really?
Yep. You know that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
It was hot. So.
Thank you.
I started off when I was working on the show. Anyway, I was in that
video. We went to the place where they make movies, and to make us look like we were in water, we got in these tight suits, and they put these little balls on us, and we had to dance and stuff, and they put them on my sideburns and everything, so I could have hair, like little icicles. So that was really cool, and they spent this thing around our heads, and they made a molding of our head shape, and it was just awesome. It was almost like doing like a movie or something.
Yep.
And you know, we had never been in a movie really like that, so we were so excited. I loved it.
Well, it's great that it had such positive results. Right? So now,
I believed in it.
now we'll...
I remember being in the studio working on fan mail. And by the way, fan mail, the way that came about, we've always gotten, you know, well, fans always come up to us and say that, you know, will ask us, did you get my letter? Did you get this? And we would never, a lot of the fan mail would get lost. And, you know, so fan mail was our way of thanking the fans, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you'd open up the CD cover and it would have like real fans' names inside the CD. And so that's how fan mail came about. And when we were in the studio working, I remember Shakespeare, the producer, came by and he was playing some tracks and stuff, and I heard No Scrubs, and Dallas was like, that's for you, man, you gotta sing that song. So I was like, yeah, that's jamming. And that's kind of like how that got started. And I went in and I did the song with Shakespeare and knocked it. It's funny because I knocked that song out in like, I think it was like 4 hours. Yeah.
Candy from Escape, did you say?
Well, Candy from Escape, she wrote it, but I didn't. See, when I'm in the studio working, I kick everybody out. I'm like Missy Elliott. It's like me and the producer only, and the engineer. Everybody